Dark out there in the big bad world. Want to head out and do a little combining in the dark, I guess. Get yourself in a pickle there, Papa Pickle. Oh, nah, heck. Better shut the door. Jake will come home and see that door open. Might be Papa Pickle, the one getting in trouble. You know what? Pretty dark out there. I think I'll just tab over. Ooh. No, I don't want to be in the 8110, 7430. No, no, no. Don't want to be in the Kubota. No, not the Chevy Silverado. Nope, not the 3500. Ooh, what is this? Well, let's just fire it up and find out. Big boy, you have to start now. Well, that ain't good. Let's see if we got any lights or anything. We got nothing. Big truck. Okay, looks like we're having a malfunction here. It seemed like anything is wanting to work. Well, it works when I hit enter. A little light on the subject, please. Nope. High beams. Nope. Okay. Gonna be crabby. Okay, we're being crabby. I'm not gonna be able to see to get to the field like this. Although, it looks like the sun is wanting to come up yonder. Got no headlights. All right, big truck. You just sit there and be good. I'll shut your light off. I'm gonna hop over into the combine. Woohoo. What in the world is this? General Electric? Diesel? The lawnmower? 9750 STS? But I don't know which one I'm in. Now, let's see if we can get some lights on the combine. Well, that's better. Bright lights. All right. Yeah, let's do a little combining in the dark. It's just me, the pickle. He's off on a business adventure, taking care of some things for us. So, harvesting's up to me on this fine evening. Now, I have to get my bearings straight here. Figure out where my truck is. All that good stuff, so I know where to unload, and I don't want to run into Jake's combine. All right, we're going to get some more corn done here this evening or morning. Yeah, there's Jake's combine, so now we know where that's at, so we don't run into it in the dark. I have to drive all the way down here to the end. It'll be all right. Hate to do that, but there you are. All right, I want to get to combining. Here we go, boys. It's really kind of hard to see. That corn is mesmerizing, and it does that in real life too. It just, when you get out in the thick of it, it just mesmerizes you. And you can lose sight of where you're going so easy. Sometimes I don't get all the rows that I can, but that's okay. Sometimes we miss a row, and we have to go back and get it. That's just the way it is. Like right there. I always tried to tell people when we were farming and while we're farming that if you miss a couple, it's a lot easier to just go back and get it than it is to sit there and back up over and over and over every time you miss. So it's just a lot easier, a lot more efficient just to keep going forward when you're combining. And that way you don't back into things you shouldn't back into, which, believe it or not, that happens a lot during harvest season, especially with the combine. It's so hard to see back there because it's so big. I guess if you're looking for the Papa Pickle's opinion on farming in this day and age, it's very easy. I hear so many talk about the hard work of farming. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. It ain't hard. Not in this day and age. They don't really know what hard is until they had to do it back in the day when you didn't have all the luxuries, sitting out there for hours on end on an old Johnny Popper crank start. Didn't even have electric start. You had to crank it. No cab. Hotter than a pistol. You're out there all day on that thing, sun up till sundown. I planted 2,700 acres of sunflowers one time with a 6-row planter and an old Johnny Popper tractor. I could tell stories about that operation. In fact, I think I will. I might have told that story. I'm not sure. But we hired a young man to help me get through the planting season. I had a big task in front of us with 2,700 acres, and all that had to be plowed and then planted. So you can imagine, back in those days, you're talking maybe a 4 or 6 row, 6 bottom plow. not very big. So think about trying to do 2,700 acres by yourself with a 4-bottom plow and a 6-row planter. Well, anyway, they hired this young man to help me, and one of the tractors we had acquired that spring was a Case. I can't remember what model, but it was a pretty decent-sized tractor, and it was a step up from the old Johnny Popper, for sure. I think we got that about halfway through harvest or halfway through planting. Anyhow, well, it had a leaky head gasket. The young man said he was a mechanic and that he could fix that. Well, I said, all right. Well, he went to work on that tractor while I was getting other things ready to go, and he come over and asked me to help him torque the heads back down. He was ready to put the heads back on. He put a new gasket on there and needed my help torquing the heads back down, setting them in place and torquing them down, so I went over there to help him. Well, we went into the torquing process, and one of them bolts didn't torque up. And I looked at him and I said, well, that ain't good. The hole is stripped. We need to tap that out and fix that. And he said, oh, I've seen that before. They got enough bolts in there that you ain't going to have to worry about it. We'll just put it all back together and we should be fine. Well, I was no mechanic. All I could do was trust his words. So trusted him and put the old tractor back together and had to drive about 30 miles to another farm that we were about to start on. Got there, got the plow hooked up, was driving out to the field, and that tractor blew up. Yes, sir. Blew the engine clean out of it. No good. Well, I figured had something to do with that bolt. I didn't say nothing. Nobody. I just didn't want to get him in any more trouble. So I didn't say a word. And that outfit bought another tractor, and it turned out to be a great deal because the next one was a 4440 with a cab, with heat, with air. It had everything. It was a really nice tractor. So that was a step up for sure. I was going to use it, and he was going to use a tractor that was available there at that farm that we leased from the farmer that we leased the ground from. And we had to drop a dual off of it. So I told him to pull it on up to the shop, bust them bolts loose for them duals, and we'd drop a dual off it. Well, he pulled it up to the shop. Now, you got to remember, this all has happened in a course of about 2 days. He pulled it up to the shop, and the shop was up on a hill. Well, he stepped off that tractor, and it just rolled away. It rolled away right down into a swamp. It took us, oh my God, it took us 3 or 4 hours to get that thing out of there. We finally got it out, and he went to pull it back up by the shop to work on them duals, getting them duals off. Now, I know this story sounds a little far-fetched, but it is the god-awful truth. I could not believe my eyes as I watched this young man drive over the hood of his own car with the duals on that tractor. So now, we have a blowed-up tractor. We have stepped off the tractor and let it roll into a swamp, and now we ran over the hood of our own car with the tractor. But now, boys, this is not a good situation. I just don't think we're going to make it, me and this young man, together, working on this little piece and this little adventure we were on. So, to be honest with you, I sent him back to the ranch, and I just went ahead and did it all myself. Well, got it done. It was a long, slow process, but got it done. It's just one of the many things I ran into in farming. Oh, I got more. I got more stories than that. I'll just tell you some more stories while we're waiting on Jake. Jake's taking care of some very important business for us right now. We're definitely looking for other ways to bring in income for this operation. And we have some new ideas. Jake's got some great ideas, and he's working on those things right now. So that's why I'm out here harvesting all by my lonesome tonight. I thought that was just a little piece, but here it is, a whole row. Another one over there. Dang it. That's all right. Ooh, we're almost full. We're going to have to dump in the old truck here in a minute. Be interesting to see how much of this we got knocked out. Now, I hate having to run around and get little pieces that I missed like this, but I'm just going to go ahead and get it done because I'm almost full, and I'm going to have to dump this thing anyway. And we'll go back there and get that other little spot. Oh, there's another one we missed. They just kind of sneak up on you. They just appear out of nowhere. Got a lot of corn like that. All right. I think we got all them little pieces that we missed along the way. Now, if we can just... There's the truck. Yeah, where's that other combine? It should be setting pretty close to that truck. It is. Get ourselves over there and unload this wagon. I should have pulled that truck up a little further. You know, strange thing about that truck. It looked different just now. It didn't have the chrome wheels on it, and I don't know why that is. Out goes the auger in the dark. Oop, must not be over it. I'll have to back up a little bit. Get this thing to barking. Oh, we're too close. That's probably what it is. Yep, got some big adventures coming up here on the farm sim. I think when it's all said and done, me and Jake are going to own this entire county on a mission. On a mission to own it. I don't know why I can't get this thing to unload. This thing ain't wanting to do it, is it? There it goes. We just weren't over it. ThePappaPickle acting like greenhorn. Hell, put up a bunch of corn already, and we got a bunch to go, but we'll get her done. Peaceful evening. All right, well, we got her all off. Put that old auger in so we don't snap it off on something. She's in, and away we go, back to the field. Just driving around aimlessly in the dark, looking for corn. See how easy it is to get miscombobulated. We got to stay ahead and... Yeah, I did that wrong too. That's kind of funny. There the old corn is. We'll just go down here to the end. I need to open this up, see how... We'll back, big boy. See how far or how much we got to go yonder. When you go to harvesting corn for real, this part of it right here can be one of the most tedious things you have to do is open the field up. And I'm missing a row as I go, but that's all right. Nice thing about that is when I go back and forth, I'll just get it. Just get it as I turn around. You know, he's talking about how easy this job has become, in my opinion, in the farming world. All the luxuries of it and these farmers have today allows them to farm a lot more ground. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, it depends on how you look at it. If you're the farmer and you have the ambition to farm a bunch of ground, then that's a good thing. But if you take it and look at it in reality, from my perspective or my thought process, it's not something I would want to do. I have no desire to basically spend my entire life sitting on a tractor. It's just not my style, boys. But I do like farming. I mean, I like farming. It's pretty cool. I just wanted to figure out where I was. I didn't quite see that grass strip. I got kind of an idea of where I'm at and where I'm headed. There's the grain silos yonder there, so that's good. See how big of a mess we made here. So we'll get them guys while we're here, huh? Yeah, we kind of come out of that smelling like a rose. Old truck just sitting there waiting on us. About 37% in the hopper. We'll see if we can't make another round here around the outside of this thing and just keep opening it up. Taking another chunk. One chunk at a time, boys. One chunk at a time. Years ago, put up a lot of ear corn. Just left it on the ears. Picking corn, that's what they called that. You just left it on the ears, and well, you're driving around the countryside and you see them bins that are wide open. They're just wire mesh bins. It's called corn cribs, where you see buildings with little slats in them where the air can blow through them. They call them corn cribs. They'd fill them full of ear corn and then use that to feed critters all winter long. Back in those days, basically, a lot of the corn that was put up was used to feed critters. You just throw a bunch of that in the back of your truck, drove out in them big cow pastures, and put the truck in low gear, made sure it was on solid ground and not heading for a cliff. Pop the clutch, let it drive by itself, and you just jumped in the back and shoveled it off to them cows. That's the way we did it. Now, I remember feeding cows in some terrible weather up North Dakota. It'd get so bad at times that using a truck to go feed them cows wasn't going to work because you couldn't get through the snow with it. So I had an old car hood, came off an old Buick, I think, and I just tied a rope to it, dallied that rope off to a horse, rolled them bales up on that car hood, and dallied off to the saddle horn on a horse and drug it on out there to feed cows. About the only way you was going to get there. Truck wasn't going to make it. Well, I hope things are going good for Jake and his little business trip he took here. It's just something had to be done. Like I said, he's got some great ideas, and he's working on one of them right now. Did you know that you can fix a lot of things on farm equipment with a piece of baling wire or duct tape? Yes, sir. Get a hole in an auger, duct tape it. Pin falls out, got a loose door or a loose flange or something supposed to have a pin in it, get yourself a chunk of barbed wire right off the fence. Don't even have to go to the house. Ingenuity. Sometimes you have to MacGyver it. Some of you younger folks probably don't know who MacGyver was, but that was a show on TV. And he did everything he did was MacGyvered. Make a bomb out of nothing. Oh boy, we're at 96%. I guess we just will go dump this in the truck. But I bet it ain't going to take it all. I'm probably going to have to go and empty that truck. Oh, where is the corn truck? Why did it leave me here all alone? I searched the field over and I thought that I'd found it. And I can't find it for the life of me. Well, must have been down that way, a little closer to them silos than I thought. That could very well be. I could have swore that sucker was up this way a little further. But there you go. It fooled me. It's yonder. Hope I can get through here without... Oh, no, we're not going to make that. No, sir. I'll have to go around. Mental note. Do not park that close to that other combine next time. See what I mean about that truck? Wonder why that changes like that. It's got black wheels on it, no chrome on it. Huh, that ain't right. That truck's supposed to have a lot of chrome on it. All right, bring that old arm out there. See how much more corn we can get in this thing. Yep, there she goes. Probably not going to get much more in there anyhow. She'll stop on her own when the old truck gets full. We're full. All right, boys. We're just going to leave that auger out. Move out here a little further. When we come back, it'll pull right on under it. All right, we're going to go dump that truck. I just leave the lights on. Well, let's see. Let's just tab over to it. No. Nope. No. 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 Oh. There she be. All right. I'm going to have to try to get us clear of that other combine there. Yep. Old Papa Pickle and his cab over Pete's. Kind of likes him. Kind of steep right there. Better stay yonder way. Boy, you can do it, big truck. Come on. Get in the low gear. There you go. Into the bin we go. All right, now we need to figure this out. Now, I know Jake told me how to do this, but I am not having any luck. All right. There it goes. Yeah, we figured it out. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. I didn't even realize yesterday I was dumping just the front portion of this thing. There we go. Another load of corn. Go ahead and see if we can't get the rest of this corn off the combine. Huh, General Electric. Oh, there we go. Fire up, big boy. Well, tough to see anything out there in the dark. Now, in real life, our combine in real life has a light right on the end of the spout so you can see in the dark what you're doing. This one don't have a light. Or maybe it does, I just don't know how to turn it on. Huh, I got 57% corn in here. Y'all, That just ain't going in the truck. Well, Dad burn it. Well, I guess if you ain't gonna go in there, then I will just proceed on and go back to harvesting. We do this. Put the auger in. Bring her back out. Oh, well, we're getting low on fuel too, boys. Uh-huh. Still not gonna go in there. Well, we're gonna go back to harvesting. Don't know why it's being so confused. I'll lift the lights on the truck. It'll be alright. It's got good batteries. Alright. Oh, Lord. I think I better stick over here. The ones I was working on. Oop. Got off on my rows again. Well, let's go ahead and grab these. While we straighten things out a little bit. Go down here and grab these. A lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but that's alright. I like to make a lot of room for turning around. Get going on them straightaways. Well, mercy. We are already 75%. Get that taken care of. Yeah, we're just about to the point where we can, we just keep going around and around because this little piece here is just kind of a narrow little spot. A couple rounds for another round, and we ought to have this narrow piece knocked out. Looking at my map, though, I can tell we got a lot left on this big old piece right here. And we're 92% full. So let's go see if we can get this darn thing to unload this time. I guess if we can't, then we can't. The truck looks dirty. Nope, that's the windshield of the combine. Never mind. Seeing things. Well, Houston, I think we have a problem. We have a malfunction in the process here. Yeah, we're either getting way over too far or I don't know. Let's try something here. See what in the world we're doing. That is so wrong. Well, I think that might have something to do with it. What do y'all think? Well, Papa Pickle, you're just being silly now. Well, it is late. It is in the middle of the night. So, I guess we got to get over yonder quite a bit. I'm glad I stepped out and checked. Makes more sense. I kind of figured that's what it was. I just didn't know which side. All right, let's see if we can't get this thing straightened up. See, there that truck is again. Ain't got no chrome wheels on it. And I just can't figure that out. Well, now, it still ain't working. Huh. I'm going to jump out there again. Surely I have got to be over that truck. I am over that truck. So, what in heaven's name is the problem? Well, I guess I'm just going to have to call a mechanic because we're not unloading. I don't know why that is. We are definitely not unloading. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this little session here until we get this combine looked at. We're going to have to call Mechanic Jake, see if we can't figure out what that is. We'll get back at her as soon as we get this all figured out. I know I could probably jump on that other combine and finish combining a little bit, but I have got some other business I got to tend to as well. So we'll get back to harvesting here in just a spell.